I swear that during his hearing, you could just tell that he is guilty. But at least Evelyn did not throw him under the bus. But now Mawanga wants to pin everything on her. And it's Mawanga for lying. And Clement decided to run away from hospital when he learned that they want to take him to rehab, Kafosi, and call Mulodo on him. And for once, Tibos defended Mapiti from his family. Hi, welcome to my channel. Here's an update on Skeem Saam. So Makanga is preparing to go for his hearing, and Matlasi is worried because if he loses his job, then things can be bad for them as a family because they depend on him. And Salamina came to support him, saying he wants to go with him to the hearing just to offer her support. And then go hearing her, they just started mentioning everything that is done wrong, the bribes he took, hiring a bogus teacher, Mr. Kulu, and like all the other things, the wrong things that he did. And he said that he pleads not guilty to any of the charges. And he brought his lawyer, Advocate Bupape, to defend him. Advocate Bupape tried to pin Hori, this won't work because Marongwali joins the family, but they said no, it won't have an issue. And Evelyn came and brought in a nice witness, like a thingy. She just spoke nicely about Alfred, as the way Ivy instructed her to, and said that they support each other. They've got their differences, but she does support him as a principal, and that he didn't mean to hire a bogus teacher. She doesn't think that it was intentional, and that she does not know about any of the corruption claims. She's heard rumors, but she doesn't know if it's true or not. The way Mahona saw it, when they kept on talking about this whole thing, saying that if he's found guilty, he's gonna have to face criminal charges. He kept sweating, busy wiping himself. He could just tell that he's guilty. He could not sit still. He's sweating, he's all over the place. And Ubaba tried to push that if they take this forward, they might have to take this whole thing to court. He gets home, he's complaining about how they're so unfair to him. Stoga was fed up. She lost it and told Alfred, please stop lying, man. You even lied to the police. I even heard your conversation. You're always lying. Can't you just tell the truth for once? Stoga now knows what Mahong actually accepted the bribe. The way Nami Super Kamino, and I was so sure that they Tlapuya Tlayalatel. Mahlatse overheard that Mahonga did take the bribe. And Stoga was like, you know what? No one forced you to take the bribe, so don't you dare act like a victim. No one forced you just as much as no one forced Clement to take Itagamizo. Now Alfred wants to thank Evelyn Kaplet Snacks because now he wants to pin the whole thing to Evelyn, saying that they were doing this whole thing together. Kanjani, when she spoke nicely of him. And then Clement's family wants to take Clement to rehab Kafos because last time they let him stay and not go to rehab, but look at where they are now. Apparently they've spoken to Molode. Now they want Ivy for advice, but Ivy's like, you know what, the best thing is to support the boy and let him accept, like let him commit to going there himself instead of pushing him. But Kwaito was like, this boy is an addict, he needs to go there immediately. But Papa Clement was like, nope, it's a person addict, please, but yeah, please let's not call him names. Clement is being a drama queen king. He's going on about private hospitals are much better. Mara medical aid dolul. The next thing he demands to see Mrs. Homo, just because he went through trauma because he almost died. Mr. Homo wants to know, would you consider yourself an addict? He wanted to know if he'd consider himself an addict or not. But have you put your desire to be higher than your health adumele? Because remember you started bleeding when you was at that hotel, but he still continued to take itagamizo, so meaning that he is an addict. And then now Mrs. Homo had to leave because Kwaito arrived. And Clement was like, so I know, Malumo, you're here to bash me, to tell me how much I've messed up. But Kwaito was like, no, we care about you and we want you to get better and be well. But we want you to commit to going to rehab or else we're going to take you there. Now Clement is like, what? You guys are throwing me away? Because now if I've got supportive family, people that I love, nope, we're not letting that happen again because last time you said that and look where it got us. Mantulu says that Mulodo has already agreed to come and take Clement. Papa Hai is like, nope, I don't want Clement Paswane. He's a criminal. But we've got no other choice. And then Kwaito arrived and said, you know what? The only thing that can knock some sense into Clement is just surely to go to rehab, because he's not going to get there by himself. And then he decides to run away from hospital. He decided to answer the 3P at easily. Mr. Hlongwane, they come in. They found that Clement Utsamaile. Even Putu was saying that he saw him leave. He thought maybe he was discharged. They were keeping him in hospital so that he does not come back and have access to Itagamizo again. Now Story is worried maybe she had stayed with him, maybe Nkaba Asa Tsamaya, maybe Kabasa Aba he would not have ran away. And I was worried about Madam Pumulo because Madam Pumulo has disappeared, and he's afraid that she might hate Blue. And now Peterson wants to know, does Lanza know about the warden that died, and that he suspects is suicide? It's not suicide, it's actually murder. Now Lehasa says that who is stupid enough to murder a warden, acting as if he knows nothing about this whole thing. But Peterson says that he's going to find out, obviously. And well, Leandro was not happy that Mapitsu wants him to come to the podcast, and said that Mapitsu must rather write about her messed up life, about her cheating and all that. And Tibos for once defended his wife and said, please, you're out of line. You better leave before you say something that you're going to regret. And podcast Mapitsu is not about gossip. Go watch it, you'll see. Lieta actually watched it and realized that she is actually discussing very important and impactful things. So I was actually considering going there to the podcast. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.